When you're going through a divorce, even if it's amicable, it is important to have an experienced advocate in your corner.
Here in Chicago, attorney Jeffrey Levin has made a career fighting for the rights of fathers. He shares the latest on responsible fatherhood and maintaining a positive relationship with your kids after separation. Thank you so much for being here.
It was great being here.
This must be a very difficult time of year for families who are in custody battles or fathers who are not getting to see their kids very often.
Exactly, because right before the holidays, a lot of fathers have the expectation to be with their children, and a lot of children want to be with their dads. A lot of families want to be together, and there's a lot of visitation and parenting time interference now, and it's very unfortunate. It's sad.
And you recently won a court case in which you were able to reunite a father with his daughters.
Exactly. Great dad. An order of protection was entered against him ex parte. He wasn't in court. He had no legal right to even be in court to defend himself. And then he found out he couldn't even see his own daughters. And if he tried to, he would have to risk going to jail. Very sad. We went to court. We fought. We won. The order of protection was vacated. So now he's reunited with his children, and he can look forward to spending Christmas with his daughters instead of spending Christmas in jail.
Yeah, what would someone do if their spouse or their ex is not complying with the court?
There's different strategies. One is civil enforcement through a petition for rule to show cause for a finding of contempt. In a situation like that, the wrongdoer could be incarcerated. Our goal isn't to incarcerate anybody, but it's something we do pursue if it's necessary to protect children and protect our clients. There's also a criminal statute that allows for the prosecution of parenting time and visitation interference, and I co-authored that law. It's an important law. On the third conviction, it's punishable by up to a year in jail. So there are different ways to protect visitation and parenting time interference.
So what about if a father, though, is dealing with a large arrearance of child support and has that on the books hanging over their head? Does that interfere with their child support? I mean, being able to see their child?
Well, it could, especially if they're fearful of being incarcerated for a non-payment of support.
So what should they do?
Well, the key is you get into court and seek relief, but fathers need to act proactively. They shouldn't wait until they're 60 years old and they have a $100,000 arrearage for a 40-year-old adult child. You want to work proactively when your children are minors. For instance, if you lose your job, you can't pay support, go into court on a petition to abate child support or at least reduce it, because child support just doesn't automatically just disappear. So there are legal strategies to use for protection so dads don't end up looking at jail time when they're not when they're not
keeping up with the child
bad
support.
guys.
Yeah.
They're just dead broke.
Yeah, you went to a recent symposium. Tell us about that.
I put on a fatherhood symposium for the Illinois Council on Responsible Fatherhood, which I chair for the governor, and it was a great event. We had Judge Jessica Cologne-Sayre, a family court judge from Will County, lecture. She used to be a criminal judge. Great presentation, and I remember she lectured on the differences in criminal and family law. In criminal law, she said often you see defendants that are bad people at their best. In family law, you often see really good people at their worst. It's very different. Great lecture. I also awarded Dave Dahl with the Outstanding Illinois Father Award. He raised 2 children, great father. One now is an adult in the Illinois National Guard. Great boy. And the other one is disabled, who he's still caring for. He's a great father, a great human being. And after the award, the governor congratulated him, and I'm glad Governor Pritzker did that because he's a great dad, a great human being.
You know, a lot of people look at fathers as not necessarily wanting to be involved with their children, but you have been working in this arena for a long time. What are some of the myths that you can bust about, you know, fathers not being active and not being involved and wanting to be involved in their children's lives?
Well, there's a lot of negative stereotypes about fathers that are completely false. There are a lot of people that believe fathers are biological necessities, but social accidents. Dr. Margaret Mead once said that. Not true. Father absence could have a horrific effect on children. Also, a lot of fathers that are unemployed or broke are considered deadbeat. They're not deadbeat, they're dead broke. Maybe the law may consider them deadbeats, but when you're broke and you have no money, especially if you're homeless and you can't even support yourself, how are you really a deadbeat father if you can't even survive? You're dead broke.
All right. Well, see, this is an important conversation, and you can get more information by calling the number there on your screen or go to dadsright.com. There are a lot of there's a lot of information out there that a lot of fathers may not be aware of that could help them in their situation. And Jeffrey Loving is here to help them along the way. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate it.